You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
You know, when it comes to immigration, emotions always run high. And with President Trump back in office for his second term, it's no surprise that his aggressive deportation efforts are stirring serious national debate. A new CBS News and CNN poll shows something striking. A growing number of Americans are pushing back against the president's hardline approach to immigration enforcement. Let's talk numbers. According to the CNN poll, 55% of Americans now believe Trump has gone too far in deporting undocumented immigrants. That's a 10-point increase since just a few months ago. What's even more telling is the near-unanimous opposition among Democrats. A staggering 90% of Democratic-aligned voters say the deportation policies are excessive. Republican support still stands strong, but even among GOP voters, there's a subtle crack. Only 47% actively support arresting and deporting long-term residents with no criminal record. And that's the real crux of the issue. Americans are making a clear distinction between dangerous offenders and immigrants who've lived peacefully in the U.S. for years. Nearly 6 in 10 people oppose arresting undocumented immigrants without criminal records. It's not that people don't want immigration laws enforced. It's how those laws are being enforced that has many citizens deeply concerned. There's more. Trump's recent policy proposals, like building new detention centers for up to 100,000 people and increasing the ICE budget by billions, are also facing resistance. Over half the population is against these expansions. And the controversial idea of ending birthright citizenship? Yeah, that's opposed by nearly 60% of Americans too. Perhaps even more alarming to many is the president's proposed use of National Guard troops to suppress immigration protests, something 59% of respondents outright reject. Protesters themselves are being seen in a more favorable light, with 55% of Americans believing these demonstrations are justified. Now, you'd expect immigration to be a bigger issue for Republicans, but this poll reveals something interesting. Democrats are now closing the gap. More Democratic-aligned voters are naming immigration as a top priority, driven largely by frustration and opposition to Trump's crackdown. One line in the poll stuck with me. A Republican woman in California, someone you'd expect to back Trump, said ICE should focus on immigrants who pose a huge threat to the country, not just anyone here without documentation. That sentiment, I think, reflects where the heart of the American public is leaning right now. Towards smart, fair, and humane enforcement, not sweeping, punitive action. So while Trump continues to push his immigration agenda hard, the public response seems to be shifting. People want safety, yes, but they also want compassion, balance, and laws that reflect American values, not just executive orders that divide and disrupt. Stay subscribed for more videos.